Hey y'all, thanks for coming back to my channel. So today I decided to cook something, a quick meal, and so I wanted to bring you guys along with me. So today's meal is going to be a quick meal under 30 minutes. Before we get started though, I gotta get some wine. Y'all, this red wine right here, Sweet Walter's red wine. I don't even like red wine, but this one right here, let's take a sip and let's get started. So how we're going to start is getting a clean cast iron pan, and we're going to turn the heat onto medium to low. I'm going to take a beef kielbasa from Hershey Farm, and I'm just going to get that open. And I plan to chop this up in diagonal pieces. No rhyme or reason. I just like the way that it looks. The best way that I found to chop this is chop it up through the middle, and then it just makes it a little bit easier to cut, and then I start cutting into small diagonal pieces. Now we're just going to take those and transition them over to the cast iron pan. With most sausages, they create their own oils and greases. And because of that, I do not add anything to the pan because I don't want the meal to be overly greasy. I'm going to grab another cutting board because I will be using it to chop up the potatoes. And I use 2 different cutting boards between vegetables, meats, and potatoes. But wait, I know you didn't think I was going to cook this meat without no seasoning now. So we got a couple of seasonings here. And the one I'm going to start off with is seasoned salt. So y'all, this seasoning salt right here, I can never find anywhere. So the only way that I get it is I go home to Richmond and I steal it out of my mama's cabinet. And when I run out, I just let her know I'm coming to get some more. Black pepper, because I put that in everything. Don't know if I should, but tastes good to me. I ain't had no complaints yet. Now I'm going to take garlic powder. I always cook with garlic powder. I don't even know why I did that because you still can't even see because of the reflection. But I always cook with garlic powder rather than garlic salt because it's just too much salt and I typically don't cook with it. A little bit of paprika here. And then we're going to end it off with some Italian seasoning. I'm going to grab a wooden spoon because I've always loved to cook with them. We're going to give this sausage a good stir. You have to consistently mix these up even though it's on medium to low heat, but you just don't want those to stick too much to the pan because we are going to use this pan a little bit later. Now we have the small red and white potatoes. I'm going to give those a quick rinse right now, and then we're going to come over. And then I'm going to get those chopped up into small bite-sized pieces. Give the sausages another stir because, whoops, one just popped out the pan. But I do not want them to stick. I do want them to brown, but not stick. I'm going to transfer those potatoes to a bowl. I didn't show this, but I did pop those in the microwave with about 2 tablespoons of water because it is a quick meal. If you microwave them first for about 4 minutes, you let them cook down, they'll take less time to cook on the stove. But here we have some fresh asparagus because I love it. We're going to get that asparagus rinsed. And then just to make the chopping up easier, I just break them into smaller sections. I cut the bottom of those off because that, for me, is too hard, too chewy, and it's just not as appetizing as the rest of the asparagus. I'm going to grab a baking sheet from under the oven, and that's how we're going to get them cooked. I'm going to lay the asparagus across the baking sheet. But my sausages are smelling delicious, and I think they're almost about ready to come off. So I'm just going to take those, transition them to a bowl, because I'm going to still use this same pan to cook the potatoes. Wendy Williams was dropping some real tea. All right, guys, so back to the asparagus. A little bit of pink Himalayan sea salt, just to sprinkle it across the top. I feel like you really have to season up your asparagus to give it some flavor. Black pepper, because I told you I put it on everything. Then I'm going to go and grab some minced garlic out of the refrigerator. I ended up using this whole jar, everything that was left, because I take it and I drizzle it across the top of the asparagus, and then I just ended up taking all of the juice and just pouring it on top. Now I'm going to mix it up, and I want to make sure that they really rub into the bottom of the baking sheet so that it can pick up all of that seasoning. Lastly, I'm going to add a couple of scoops of butter just across the top so it can give it a little bit more flavor. Pop those to the oven, set the timer for 12 minutes, and then we're going to grab those potatoes that I've been cooking. So I turned the pan that had the sausage in it back on. I put that about on medium to low heat again as well. I'm just going to take those potatoes, even with a little bit of water, and dump them right into the pan. Here I have some spray olive oil. I'm going to spray those potatoes a little bit. Add some pepper. I think I added a little bit more garlic powder. And this stuff, hey, right here, this tahine. I'm not sure how to say it, but YouTuber Aisha Abdul put me on, and y'all, it adds so much pop to anything that you cook with it. So good. Let me know in the comments, guys, if y'all use tahini. What do you use it for? So I cooked those potatoes for about 10 minutes, and then I'm going to transfer them to the same bowl that the sausage is in. I'm going to give them a good mix together, let those seasonings combine together, and then I'm going to let them sit while I go and grab the asparagus out of the oven. Those have cooked for about 12 to 13 minutes. I like my asparagus to still be a nice and bright green and still have a little bit of crunch in them, and cooking them at about 375 for about 12 to 13 minutes gives me the desired taste. Now it's time to plate. So I'm going to grab me 2 hefty spoonfuls of the sausage and potatoes because I am hungry. I ain't going to even lie. Then I'm going to take this spatula and scoop up a nice helping of the asparagus. And we're done, y'all. Guys, here is the final product. Oh, it looks so good and it tastes even better. Got it paired with a glass of red wine, of course. And guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you in the next one.